Welcome back to the Sound for More channel and welcome back to another demonstration and tutorial. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to Polaris Music Maker. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Additionally, if you would like to support what I do, please do check the instruction contained in each video description. Thank you again. So we are inside the AUM, as you can see, just an audio channel, and we have Polaris here as an audio source. I like to record inside the UM, works really well, quality really good. So Polaris is just a music maker. I say just, but it's actually really easy to use and really fast. Of course, I'm using a mouse here because of the tutorial, so you can see what I'm clicking, but if you are using your iPhone, your iPad is so quick to create a bit. Really good. So instead of going through control by control, I'm going to create a bit, and hopefully you can see how easy it is. By the way, it works also standalone if you want to do that. It works also inside the host, and so other DAWs, for example, so up to you. Now let's start with simply looking at the screen. So at the top it says new project. Click on it. This is where you can save your project. You can do audio recording, of course. You can go for your help, and of course you can create a new project. Okay, click outside to, of course, close that part of the application. You have 3 tabs up here: sequence, design, and mix. I like to change the master down to -6 decibel for adjusting a bit the level. And of course here you have the bits per minute and the play button, which you can act on it manually, but you can also use the transport control inside AUM. At the very bottom here you find tracks, okay, 1 to 6. You can select them like so, and when one is selected and click on it again, it will play the associated, in this case, sample, which is called kick plastic. You have 2 types of engine, sample or synth, which you can change here. And I will show you the synth in a moment. So again, let's go very quickly into creating a bit. So 4x4 structure here in terms of steps for your sequence. So let's create a kick pattern. Nice and simple, right? Okay, so second track here, and this one is hi-hat, so let's do something like that. Again, depends what you want to create. Might want to adjust a bit the volume as well. As you can see, you can adjust the volume, the overall cutoff, decay, and pitch as well. And then for each one of them, you can also do modulation. I'll show you in a moment. So third track, clap. So let's introduce them here. So let's play. Nice. Okay. Fourth track. So let's do something like that. Again, depending on your taste. Fifth track, there is this plastic tube. So let's create something like that. Why not? You can see how simple it is. And of course, 6th track, something like that. Okay, let's play. So as you can see, it's so easy to create a bit. It's really good. And you can click on your project, click on audio recording, then click here and it will start playing, and then it will record. And as you can see, when you click outside, it gives you the option to save what you have recorded. Okay, again, really straightforward. Now let's expand a little bit on it. Let's go to track number 4 and let's modify this. So let's click on sample and let's go for a synth engine. You can see you can change here from one oscillator to the next, so you can decide which one you want to use, in fact, in design. depending on the engine you have selected, in this case the synth engine. You can change the wave from sine, triangle, source, square, and noise. You can change the pitch, the octave. Then for the second oscillator, again, wave frequency and fine tuning. For that, then you have the mix between oscillator 1 and 2. You can do a sweeping and a decay as well, which is really good. You can adjust the filter, so standard filter, low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, cutoff and resonance. You can also adjust here on the graph as well. An envelope amount, of course, which you can configure here in terms of filter envelope, attack, hold, and decay. Really, really simple. Now, the reason you hear that sound so loud is because we have these two steps and the decay is a maximum, right? Now, I decrease the decay so that it's a little bit better. So let's increase the step. I want to create something like a bass. Let's go to design and let's go to engine. Okay, and let's lower the octave. So you can decide how you want to change that. But now let's go back to the sequence and let me show you something else. So you see here this button, click on it, and you have additional option, the rate for the steps and also the ability to extend. Click on extend, you have this menu. It shows you this pink color, this is the pattern you are on. So we have double the pattern. The second pattern here is the same as the first pattern, and the one selected is the second pattern here because we have the pink color there. And here it says B, you can go up to A, it selects the first pattern, or down to B, and you select the second pattern, which at the moment is a copy of the first pattern. You can decide to go to the next pattern or to repeat, okay, as you prefer. Now let's extend again, we have 3. Now the third one is selected, so we click here where it says modulation, click and hold here, and we just say go down by 4 semitone like so. And let's do that for every step. It doesn't take too long to do, and I'm almost there. Okay, so let's play. Okay, really nice. Extend again. You can see is a copy. Now we go up by 2 semitones. So we just create a bit of repeating pattern like so. Okay, almost there, half done, like so. Okay, perfect. Let's play. Sounds really cool already. Let's go to pattern number 6. Let's, why not add, let's duplicate, extend again, and then on the third one, we're going to modulate the pitch again. We're going to go down to semitones here and up 3. We're going to duplicate it again. Perhaps here we go to, I don't know, perhaps 5 semitones. Let's click play. Sounds really cool, right? And you can do the same for decay, cutoff, volume, of course, right? So design, you have seen these already. Let's go to mix. Now here you have setting for your reverb, size, damping, and width. Here you have setting for your delay, left, right time, feedback, time, and BPM. In terms of your choice for sync, you have your master here, and then you can assign the corresponding level for reverb and delay. Here you can change the output level, mute each track like so. And here you decide effectively it's like your send, reverb, or delay send. So we go to the track number 6 and we increase delay. And here I have, of course, added, increased the reverb, or added reverb on the third track where I had the clap. Okay, so it is as simple as that. Other things that you can, of course, do is, for example, you could decide to go to a particular track and for example, maybe on this third track here, and you can add, for example, a step there, and click and hold. Now you can change the you can set it to off and the probability of being played. So 1 in 2, 2 in 2, 3, 1 in 4. Okay, so let's do that, and it will show you when it is played. When it's not played, it will change. It will be grayed out as a color. And that's one example. You can change, of course, different configuration, right? This is nice. It will play on the 4th pass, so therefore it will coincide with the end of the pattern, and we can increase that as well, so to have more claps at the end on the last pattern number 4. So it is actually indeed so simple to use, but that is the power of it. Just remember, of course, that on the sample engine, you can browse different ones like so. You can change the direction, forward, reverse, transpose, detune, change the gain, the start of the sample, and of course the length as well. And indeed, if it is instead a synth engine, which you can change here as well, you have a lot of different options, including this sweep with associated decay. And the beauty, of course, is you have two oscillators. You can change different type of waveform and then do 50-50, for example, between the two oscillators. So let's try. Let's add some sweep in decay as well. And you can accentuate it with depending on the sweep level and decay as well. So again, other option here for volume filter we have seen, output we have seen, of course, and this, okay, again, you have your reverb and delay sound. So yeah, it works incredibly well. So let's do that. Some delay on the hi-hat. Yeah, simple as, you know, really simple, but really powerful at the same time. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And as always, see you next time.